Hello everyone and welcome back to the stream. I am Christopher Disciple Allen. This is going to be some Challenger level solo queue. I'm solo casting, not because I choose to, but because it's difficult to find someone else who will join me every single day. If you're interested, go ahead and let me know if you have what it takes to be a caster. Right now we're hopping into game with Fabi here on the blue team, which I have named Lapras, in tribute to Twitch Plays Pokemon, who was the champion that they needed, but not the one they deserved. Instead, they chose Eevee. Our competitors here on the red team, the False Prophet. Let's see if they lead us astray or if they can successfully take us down victory road. Ooh, Fabi's gonna come up far. He wants to get off some early bouncing blades, not only for the harass, but to stack up that adoration so that he can roll in the massive dough when he gets his very first kill. Billy Butt is just going to dance right up here next to Mata Bear. They have to be careful if someone goes completely BM and attacks, but right now it looks like that's not too much of an issue. So instead, they're just going to fall right back and play it safe. Taking a look at some of these lanes, it's really interesting seeing a Draven versus Lucian matchup. Not one that we see on the competitive level, but it's one that's really open to either team getting the advantage. With the Nami pickup, there's so much burst potential here for Eevee that Fabi might be able to fall before he can get a kill. However, if they can potentially get a gank in from their jungle Rengar, the Death Sentence, the Stand Aside, and the Flay are all so many great opportunities to CC someone in, especially Nami, who doesn't have any escapes besides that flash. It could get Fabi rolling in the gold very early on. Beefy Jr. and Sicky Kid will come here for the leash on the jungle Kale, which is a pretty interesting pickup and not one that we see a lot, but Kale has really great clear with the Righteous Fury, has decent ganks with the Reckoning, and has pretty nice sustain with the Righteous Blessing, or Divine Blessing, sorry about that. And then in the top lane, Renekton really wants to try and get Rohammers down early, since at level 6, Rohammers will have a pretty nice advantage with that Undying Rage. However, Crescendo taking so much damage from the crits and from the spinning slash that he actually has to fall way back. He has a good amount of heal from his Call the Meek, but he has to be careful that he doesn't take too many crits. He could potentially fall to a crit ignite from Rohammers. He's actually going to spin in. He wanted to get the crit, but the heal from the Call the Meek was enough to keep Crescendo alive. That's going to be a dangerous lane, and that is the absolute fear of the level 2 Trynd with the spinning slash and the crits from his Fury. Now, Beefy Jr. actually getting grabbed up by the Descendants in the bottom lane. He tries to dash away with the Relentless Pursuit. He's falling solo, flashes the Bouncing Blade from Fabi. Beefy Jr. on such low health really has to back off of this one. My Smurf going to play that farther up, and the spinning axes are going to leave Fabi in a pretty good spot. Oh, the flash play onto the Beefy Jr., but Fabi's not close enough. He flashes the bubble, but he doesn't have... No, this Death Sentence is enough to grab the first blood up. Fabi doesn't get the League of Draven passive off of that one since he didn't grab the kill, and that's not what Draven needs. That's not what he deserves in the League of Draven. However, it's still a first blood here for Team Lapras. Gaydol is going to roam right up here, but he will be spotted out by Porpoise Pops. He's still going to try and run behind Crescendo, who does have his flash still. Reckoning goes down on the Gaydol, and they do so much damage, but Rohammer is able to kill Crescendo in time. Now Rohammer's moving in on the Porpoise Pops, will put on some attacks, but falls incredibly low. Porpoise Pops has his red buff, but he loses the Righteous Fury. He really wants to get in there. He has the speed from the Divine Blessing, but the spin away from Rohammers is enough to save him. Even Mata Bear came in from behind trying to find that, but wasn't able to get in there in time. Didn't want to dive Rohammers, who still has his Ghost, and potentially another spinning slash, and so he will run right back. That roam didn't hurt his farm too much either. He will be able to get back here before his minions die to the turret. Mata Bear will continue trading with Billy Butt there. Good harass with the command attack, but ultimately a pretty safe lane since the hard CC doesn't come at level 6. Doesn't come until level 6, and I don't... Ooh, I believe it. Actually taking Mata Bear incredibly low with the auto attacks, the command attack, and he's going to run in. He flashes in for the ignite, but he flashed in way too far. He will fall here. He did grab the kill first, which means that he's the only one who gets experience. However, the 1-for-1 trade will have to be worth it coming up here, or else he just might have given away a free kill. Burning both summoners in the process. Mata Bear still has his flash. Hopefully, he can use that early gold, that Chalice of Harmony, to win the lane here over Mata Bear. If he doesn't, then he could have given up an advantage of forcing Lulu back and farming up that lane alone. Now, Crescendo is trying to survive here against Rohammers, doing a little bit better now that he's picked up a second Doran's item with that blade. He has the health potions as well. He's actually going to come in here onto Rohammers as Porpoise Pops come in from behind. Rohammers does not have his ultimate. He has his ghost, and he does pop it. He falls so low, but the spinning slash is enough to get him away from that one. Even after Porpoise Pop's flash, he couldn't stay in range, and that'll be Rohammers surviving again. If you guys have not seen Rohammers out before, he is basically the biggest Trynd player there is in League of Legends, the highest ranked by far, and he plays almost solely Tryndamere and Rengar, actually. Those are his top picks, and you can see that he's playing rather well. He has a single kill. He's falling behind in farm, largely due to Porpoise Pop's camping of the top lane. Now they're just waiting in the tri-bush for Trynd to come down because they know they need to kill him before he hits level 6. Right now, they've done a good job of keeping farm off of him, so he won't be able to get a very quick static shiv or bloodthirster or bladed ruin king. There are so many different paths you can go on Tryndamere early on. But right now, he can't take any of them because he only has 13 farms. Sorry, and look at the damage coming in. They're going for the full dive. Crescendo actually comes in with the slice. He flashes away now. Rohammers is under the turret, but Porpoise Pops has to get away from this one. He's so low. Rohammers won't be able to go in for the dive, but he does feud this off. Oh, Reckoning comes across. Porpoise Pops wants to get in the last few hits, but Rohammers heals it off, and he is 1v2ing this lane. It's allowing Rengar to farm up freely. And, oh, Fabi in the bottom lane actually falls incredibly low, but they do have Rengar coming up from behind alongside Thresh. Sick Kid actually comes around and grabs the kill out onto Fabi. The slow is there onto Beefy Jr. He's trying to run away here, but the Flay going to take him so low. Gaydal not continuing on here. MySmurf wants to get in there, but Beefy Jr. will be able to flash and Relentless Pursuit away. Now Sicky Kid, the one, oh, that was the most mad life grab I've ever seen, but Sicky Kid grabs the kill anyway. I need to replay that because that is worthy of the instant replays. Right now, Beefy Jr. is able to Relentless Pursuit off the end of that one. Now Sicky Kid flashes up right into the hook. Oh my goodness. Sicky Kid still grabbing the kill out of Gaydal, but will eventually fall there to MySmurf, picking up his second kill of the game. In the top, Crescendo did trade 1-for-1 onto Rohammers, and a solid play, which did give him a kill in this lane finally. 33 CS over 21 will actually put him in a solid spot coming into this mid game, and he will have more impact in a team fight than his counterpart Tryndamere. Oh my goodness, MySmurf on a killing spree is able to take out Beefy Jr., who stayed a little bit too long down in that bottom lane. Fabi will have a bit of a free lane. We'll get to push this up to the turret and deny a lot of farm there to that Lucian. Fabi has picked up the Berserker's Greaves as well as 2 Doran's Blades and can use that to really abuse the hell out of this bottom lane. He has the movement speed, the attack speed, and the massive attack damage coming out from those spinning axes. Sick Kid's going to try and clear this out as well as he can. He doesn't take too much damage now. He has a lot of health from the Sight Stone as well as that Doran's Shield. But Fabi is in a strong spot right now, 2 waves ahead of Lucian, and really looking to make an impact in this mid-game. Rohammers trying to trade on the Crescendo is going to fall there to the Cole the Meek. Doesn't have his ultimate yet. He's still level 5, 8 minutes into the game. He is the lowest level out of anyone, even the supports. Still level 5 and 6, and Rohammers having a pretty rough time in the top lane, is falling quite behind on farm, has given up 2 kills to his enemy laner, and is now going to take a lot of turret damage, might even be the turret as Crescendo works on this, and there's no defense there from Lapras, so Eevee will grab the first major objective of the game and bring a solid gold advantage up to about 1,000 in their favor. The caster minions working their way down. Crescendo has to stay in range or else he misses out on 150 gold. So I'd like to see him being in there. No, he's actually going to run away, but the turret won't fall. So he's not going to miss that out. Beefy Jr. grabs a double kill in the bottom lane. Let's replay that. I was rambling a little bit on, but MySmurf throws the box. They do so much damage to Sicky Kid, but he heals himself up and stays alive. Now Beefy Jr. turns around, and that's a single turret shot coming around. Now Beefy Jr. really wants to find this a good knock up there, and the piercing light actually finding Fabi from the back there. The Culling coming out a little bit too late, but Beefy Jr. still taking out 2 kills. Bring him ahead in this lane will also open up a dragon so that Team Eevee can pick up yet another global objective here, and that is the real mid-game lead they need to overtake the lanes. Gaydal wants to try and stealth in here. He's popped that ultimate. He runs right around and he tries to jump on the Porpoise Pops immediately, but he intervenes, and Gaydal does fall before the dragon can be killed. And that is the turret going down up top, the dragon going down in the river, and Mana Bear coming out with a kill on top of all of that. Eevee's really coming ahead, and it looks like the False Prophet might be leading Lapras astray. Billy Butt has to recall here. He hasn't picked up anything since that Chalice of Harmony. But right now, it looks like he needs a little bit more to help carry his team. He's only died once, and he does have a kill under his belt, so he's looking to be their best hope. Oh, the command shockwave goes on Mata Bear, but he's just not doing that much damage. Mata Bear does not have his wild growth, but doesn't need it. Beefy Jr. falling in the bottom lane due to the endless aggression here, and that's actually, Who killed him? Was that Fabi's first kill of the game? It might have been. MySmurf has 3 kills. Goodness gracious me. Half the ones on the team. Now Lapras looking to take this turret. Might not be able to. Porpoise Pops is there from behind. He smites away that minion, uses the Righteous Fury to defend that up as best he can. Rohammers will have some decent farming up here in the top lane, and he's catching up on minions. However, losing that turret early against Renekton is so rough, since Renekton can then roam around the map, use it to assure dragons, and to really help in turret takedowns. Even though he can't siege worth a damn, he can still definitely dive in, pop that dominance, and tank up a lot to assure a teamfight victory. Something that Trynd can't do unless he gets a major item. And right now, with just a Vampiric Scepter, he certainly can't do much more than auto attack a few times before he has to spin away or die. Sicky Kid trying to grab as much vision as he can in the bottom lane, going to try and win this over. They want to take this turret soon. They want to make sure that Fabi is shut down. And it looks like they're doing a pretty good job of it so far. Only 1-2-1. Still no major items for Fabi. He hasn't been able to pick up that Bloodthirster yet, and he did take the Berserker's Greaves path. Did someone just say that my voice broke? I don't think my voice broke today. My voice doesn't break. I'm 21. Come on, guys. Mata Bear now really abusing Billy Butt here, just continuously pushing out that wave, trying to get some auto attacks down on the turret. He wants to open up this map for his team, and he's doing a pretty good job of it so far. Rohammers actually... Oh, I thought it might have been taking away the blue buff. Instead, he just has to recall here. He's going to pick up Ninja Tabai, which aren't really going to help him too much. Oh, Beefy Jr. goes down on the Fabi, grabs out the kill. MySmurf has to try and recall at the end of that, throws away the death sentence, but doesn't connect with anything there. Beefy Jr. with his 3rd kill of the game is working up towards that Bloodthirster, and he's making a pretty good run of it. They now have Porpoise Pops in the vicinity. He's just going to be clearing around this jungle, throwing down the ward. Gaydol moving down, but won't be able to defend out this turret. It's falling so low so quickly, and he instead has to opt for the golems. A Tiamat picked up early here won't help save him from the onslaught. Knock up not landing, but the Thresh Express is there. Gaydol slipping out of the side just as the pink ward goes down. But the turret is so close to falling here for Eevee. That'll be their 2nd of the game, and a massive gold lead coming in here just 12 minutes into the game. Beefy Jr. going to recall next to the turret, so he snatches up that 150 gold, 250 total, and the culling going to help him push out even farther. That is really the highest value culling you can get out at this point in the game, before you've hit level 11 at least. He can now fall back, get that Bloodthirster, and start stacking that up, so that'll be really helpful. If we look at some of the gold totals overall here, that's 1,500 on him, which will make an easy Bloodthirster. And Renekton as well, a lot of gold under his belt, should be able to finish out that Sunfire Cape. Kale building the early Spirit of the Spectral Wraith to stack that up to get the 80 ability power overall, as well as a good amount of gold on all of those camps. And then grabbing this Stinger on top of that will look to turn that into a Gnasher's Tooth, which will make for a very potent auto-attacking Kale. The Lichbane would be the dream. I'm not sure if he's going to find the gold to grab it right here, but now Eevee really isn't worried about gold. They are just rolling it in at every point in the map. The mid lane will be the next target, and with the recall from Orianna, yeah, he has to be careful about that. If the Eevee mobilizes around the mid, they could quickly work down that turret. They have the ranged auto attacks from Porpoise Pops. They have Beefy Jr. picking up the Bloodthirster, and with his Gunslinger passive, will be able to do work on the health bars of those turrets. Sicky Kid just trying to play aggressively here. Fabi falling solo, but Gaydol comes in from behind. They try to burst down Beefy Jr., but there's the intervention from Porpoise Pops. They keep him alive. Gaydol might be in a rough spot here. Sicky Kid wants to come in here for the knockup, but he doesn't quite find it. Oh, the slow is enough. Sicky Kid flashes in for the exhaust on the Fabi. He takes the lantern, and he should be able to get away from here. However, Mata Bear coming in from up top has something to say about that. Fabi might not be as safe as he feels. Sicky Kid brought into the box, falls so low, lands a knockup on the MySmurf. Fabi does flash away, but MySmurf won't be so lucky. He does find a kill on the Sicky Kid, but does lose his life. And Billy Butt having a really hard time reacting to this bottom lane aggression, just running down here. has to be careful about running into this enemy team. If they peel up and can stop him, I'm not sure he'll be able to get out of this one with the Command Shockwave. He wants to try and find an assassination on Porpoise Pops, but look at this. The collapse is now coming. He's trying to run away from here. He throws the Command Shockwave. Porpoise Pops gets blown up immediately, and Gadol is there in time. However, they do lose Billy, but Monabear tries to flash away, but can't quite escape that cat jumping out of the bushes. Here, kitty. Now Crescendo roaming up to the top wants to stop Rohammers, who's been pretty consistently farming. He's staying within about 20 farm of Crescendo, and he's working up towards those big items. However, Crescendo just feels so much stronger. He has a solid amount of armor on him, 153 at this point. And just going to chase Rohammers off of this minion wave, which is what he has to do at this point. He can't let him get out of control, or else that Trynd can turn around a game in an instant. There's decent lockup on team of Eevee, but if Lapras can get a fed Trynd into there, you have a Renekton that's trying to stop him, an intervention from Mikhail, but really not a lot of hard CC. The Polymorph is probably going to be their biggest tool coming out from Lulu, but still, it might not be enough once Rohammers gets later on into the game. Then you need to begin sieging up these turrets a little bit more. Eevee is making the smart place of taking down the dragon for some more global gold so that they can really mount up the proper sieges and continue taking those out. Crescendo actually able to 1 versus 3 in the top lane. And right now, directed camera isn't helping me out too much. I was a little focused on the dragon there, but Crescendo grabbing out a kill, not something we're not used to at this point. Porpoise Pops now clearing out this mid lane, will be able to move his team on towards that turret. Billy Butt coming in from behind, has Command Shockwave, but isn't going to find the chance to use it. Whirling Death coming across, just clearing out the waves, not connecting on the too many champions. Monabear going to try and peel for his team. And we'll see exactly, exactly what's going to happen next. Where's the plays going to be? Crescendo is going to defend this once again up against Rohammers, who is actually just roaming down into the jungle. He realizes he might have to join with his team soon, after he buys, of course, because he has a solid amount of gold in his pocket. 1,900, which is what he's achieved from that patience. Maybe a Bilgewater Cutlass coming out from there, and there's the Bilgewater Cutlass, and a couple of daggers going for that Blade of the Ruined King early. It's a great item when you're behind. Not only does it do a solid amount of damage, give you some escapability, but it also builds pretty cheaply, since every single step along the way until you finish the item is under 1,000 gold, as opposed to getting a BF Sword item. Oh, Crescendo chased away here, is actually going to turn and try to fight in the Rohammers. Gaydolls comes up from behind. Crescendo is able to slice over the wall and dice. He might be able to escape from this one. Only Rohammers is on him. Rohammers has to be careful, though. His team isn't there to back him up, and Crescendo is going to turn around onto him. Slice over the wall. Rohammers chases, but Monabear is there, and they jump onto Rohammers. He pops them both up with a Wild Growth. Billy Butt comes in from behind. He gives the Command Protect over to Rohammers. Now follows up. The Command Attack misses. The Command Shockwave doesn't come out yet. Billy Boss doesn't have it off of cooldown. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Beefy Jr. on a rampage off of Fabi, and it looks like Eevee's really strong at every part of the map here, despite the efforts from Lapras to make it up. They lost this inner turret in the bottom. That's 4 for 0 in turrets, and they're going to move in onto the inhibitor. In the top lane, they do try and jump on the Crescendo, but he's so tanky. The Command Shockwave misses everything. It was down back on Billy, but Monabear turns around with the Glitter Lance to take out that final hit onto Rohammers. Meanwhile, Gaydol turns around. He's able to grab up a single kill. Crescendo takes it out, but in the bottom lane, My Smurf tries to come in here. He grabs out a double kill, flashes away. Beefy Jr. now in a potentially rough spot up against Fabi. Beefy Jr. did get the slow. Fabi's going to try and just catch his axes to get that speed buff again and again. He's running in here as a speed buff. Beefy Jr., I don't think you can escape this one, man. He's sitting on the Relentless Pursuit, but the Santa side catches him. The spinning axes are coming in, and Beefy Jr., not too long for this world, pops the barrier, but does get shut down by Fabi there. A solid play. Grabbing him a second kill of the game will help him get up to that Infinity Edge sooner, and will really put him in a solid spot to help defend this base, which is in dire need of some protection. The inhibitor wasn't taken on the last push, which is what Lapras is clinging to now. They still have a chance at this game. If they lost the inhibitor there at 19 minutes, that would have been absolutely devastating. There's always a chance to come back from it, but it's incredibly difficult. I apologize if I disturb some of the younger viewers with my "here, kitty, kitty." I hate cats, to be perfectly honest. And there I go, alienating about half of my viewer base, but those viewers were dicks for liking cats. Sorry, I'm deathly allergic to them, and so every cat is actively trying to kill me. My girlfriend has a cat. I'm not. I don't actually hate people who like cats. I just... Ugh, cats. Cats. Damn it, Rengar. Who's picked up a Ravenous Hydra. It's going to be powerful for him, but might not be what he needs. Oh, My Smurf caught up with the knockup from the tidal wave, but Gadol turns Wreck around to try and jump in there. Intervention keeping Beefy Jr. alive. Billy Butt not finding the proper spot for his command shockwave. Crescendo moves in from behind, tries to take out My Smurf. A lot blown for the support. The Ignite trying to tick down, but he's actually going to survive off of that one. Crescendo now moves on to Fabi. The Flash Reckoning slowed him down in time, and the rest of Eevee will move in there. Lapras not able to turn this one around quite yet. Rohammers split pushing in the top does take out a single turret, the very first one of the game here for Lapras, but Eevee moving in onto the base. Billy Butt royally wants to fall in there. The single command attack shockwave combo does remove Sicky Kid for the game. Sick Kid from the game for about 25 seconds. Mata Bear looks to run back. They need to defend against Rohammers, who's now moving onto this inner turret. He's tanking up the turret shots, and they're actually going to close on here. I don't think he's as safe as he feels. Rohammers has to pop that Undying Rage. He just wants to take out the turret before he dies. He knows he's doomed here, and that will be him going down to the auto attack from Beefy Jr. Rohammers did trade for the turrets. He actually got 2 out from that push, so he might want to call Worth on that one. He's down for the next 28 seconds, but that gives him a chance to buy up here. Gadol did return a turret in the bottom, so that'll be, or did grab a turret as well in the bottom. Billy Butt with a solid move in the mid, taking out Mata Bear without even using his ultimate. And that was 3 turrets, bringing them up from 0 to 3. And a pretty good move. Now 4 turrets picked up by Lapras just by plain muscling them out. It looks like Eevee gave up a lot of their lead. They over-pushed in the bottom lane. They didn't recall the defend in time. And then they lost their mid laner, which just was a little inexcusable in the 1v1, especially against an Orianna without her shockwave. Gadol trying to run away from Sick Kid, realizes he can turn around. That's just a little mermaid, but the rest of her team is behind her, and they certainly have some legs on them. Moving in onto Fabi immediately after, and that'll be Beefy after Sick Kid grabs one for himself. 22 kills under Eevee's belt, and it looks like they're going to continue on to their stomp fast. Rohammers opting to go for these golems before he moves in to help his team. Wants to spin over the wall to go on to Crescendo, but he hasn't yet. He's just chilling there. I am a golem, says Rohammers, whispering into his headset microphone. Oh, a huge command shockwave lands on the 3, but there's no follow-up from the rest of the team. Now Billy Butt's going to fall to Duckoling. Intervention on Porpoise Pops keeps him alive for now, and Rohammers falls before he can even press the R button, the most difficult part of playing Tryndamere, and that will be Rohammers dead for 30 seconds alongside Billy Boss with 5 alive members of Eevee, although they're on low health. Oh, Whirling Death comes across, Sick Kid flashes away and does stay safe from that one. Gadol falls before he can even take the Thresh Express out, and it looks like Eevee wants to end this game. The respawn timers are still low. Billy Boss is up soon, and so Eevee looking to back out now will play it safe, just removing that inhibitor, looking to potentially take out the mid inhibitor turret, and then recalling before Lapras can retaliate. Lapras really wants to learn Surf now, so they can operate to max effectiveness. If you don't understand that, you haven't been watching Twitch Plays Pokemon. Crescendo stealing away those rays, really grabbing out the huge advantage there. Mata Bear is going to play right here in the middle, dancing with fire. However, it looks like they might not actually be able to grab onto anyone here. This is a little convoluted. Beefy Jr. just throwing across the colon, doing massive damage to Fabi. He tries to run away. The sand aside might be enough to save him, but Sick Kid comes in from the side. He doesn't want to let Fabi get away with this one. He lands the slow, which will set up for a very nice knockup. He actually just hands the kill over to Beefy Jr., who grabs out easily in the mid lane. Gadol tries to move in, but Crescendo with an intervention on his top will be invulnerable. Billy Butt and My Smurf caught up in the double knockup. A double kill for Beefy Jr., the triple kill for Beefy Jr., and 4 members down for Lapras. Rohammers doing his best to escape. Will look to spin off the side here. Eevee making team moves for the Baron will grab up the major advantage here. 9,000 in the lead, looking to only increase that, and it really looks like Eevee is taking control of this game. Less than 25 minutes in. Already some huge pickups here. We can see Spirit Visage, Sunfire Cape with a Nashor's 2 Spirit of Spectral Wraith, even a Rabadon's Athene's combo on that mid lane Lulu, which has made a surprising resurgence recently in League of Legends, which has been oh so interesting. Damn it, Zamfira. It's fine. I actually like it. It's incredibly interesting when it's used effectively. Sometimes it can feel like you're just throwing paper planes into a tornado and hoping they come out flying straight on the other side. I really think if you look at an MVP for this game, it might have to be Beefy Jr. Sure, the AD carries get all the credit, but here at 14, 4, and 6, with an Infinity Edge, Trinity Force, I guess you could call it a Trinfinity Force, who knows? And a Bloodthirster on top of all that, he's dealing massive attack damage. If we mouse over our total gold, 13,000, he is rolling in the dough. If he put that in gold coins into a bathtub, he would be a dirty but very rich boy. Oh, Billy Butt slowed up by the Reckoning. Has to be careful here. He turns around with the Command Shockwave. Might keep him alive for now, but he didn't want to use it. Oh, Borbeslot's flashes in, and there's a Tidal Wave there just to keep that Kale safe as they then turn around. Whirling Death not doing much damage at all. Fabi with a solid build, having a Bloodthirster and a Last Whisper. Oh, my Smurf caught out in the middle of nowhere, throws down the box so he can die in the middle of a Bullseye Monabear, wrapping up so much health. Oh, Fabi, no match for it. A Culling Monabear takes the last hit, and this will be Eevee's game. Rohammers, the only one left alive, does have some nice attack speed under his belt, but he won't make any move to defend this up against 5 members of the enemy team, and I can't say I blame him. Well played here to Eevee. All glory to the false prophet. And it appears that the Helix fossil has fallen. Well, thank you all for watching. Good game to Sick Kid, Beefy Jr., Crescendo, Monabear, and Porpoise Pops, members of Team Eevee. That was a very fun time. If you guys want to watch any more of these casts, I stream every single day. I upload them all to YouTube as well. You can leave me comments. And you can join my friends and family as we go on in our journey, as I say something way too cheesy to end out this cast.